This is Ling Chi, brush painting for beginners from Oriental Art Supply. And today we're going to record how to do an orchid plant. And I very rarely to use all chip colors, but by popular request, a lot of our devoted audience only use chip color. So today I'm going to focus on using chip color for this particular subject. The brush I'm using is full Lotus. You can use large flow to replace, and a flow brush, 2 brushes. And the color, I have chunk yellow and indigo to make it into 2 different strengths of green, which one has more yellow, so it's like a more yellow green, and then one has more indigo, which is a dark green. And then I have Sakura white, make into like a milk consistency. I use a lot of that. And then vermilion and rouge and best bottle ink. And then I have a little dish for my blending. So this is my setup for the day. And then the paper I'm using is our Practice Xuan. You can use double shan jade plate if Practice Xuan is too thin for you. But I like faster paper, so I'm using our Practice Xuan, which is a handmade single shan paper. So I'm doing the center of the flower, just loading the green about a quarter to my flow brush, and make a little V shape. And then after that, I'm making rouge, which is right underneath it. And then I rinse it off. And then I'm going to use some vermilion for the middle. And then I'm loading clean. This is all by one brush, flow brush. So I'm loading my flow brush about 1/3 into the white, and I rinse the top off. And then I load my chunk yellow. So this is my center of the flower. And then I'm using my big full Lotus brush. You can use your large flow. And then I'm going to load my brush into white, also about a quarter. The brush is big enough, long enough, so I don't load it too high, so it will give me a good transparency with this stroke. And I rinse off the tip, and then I load a little bit vermilion, and then I blend. So I'm going to do the 2 side petals for this particular flower. And in the middle, I have another petal, which is a little longer. the same color, white, with vermilion on the tip. So a little bit longer brush. And then in the two side is a small brush, same color, white. Rinse the tip off. Load the vermilion. And then I rinse my tip off the vermilion, load this yellow green, and that's where connected the petal with the center. So you can see that every petal is coming in toward the center of the flower. If it's not there, then use a little dot to connect it. So this is my main flower. And then I'm going to do a partial flower on the back of here. So again, white. Rinse the tip off. And then with some vermilion and blend it. Too dark. Blend it. So this is like the back of a flower. Still white. With a little vermilion blend. So this is like only partial, the back side of the flower. Now I use the green. So this is one back side of flower petal and then one front side. And then on here, I'm going to do a flower looking toward over there. So again, my flow brush. With a green. And then a little bit rouge chip. Rinse it off. Vermilion. One brush. Flow brush. In the middle. And then rinse the tip off the vermilion that I'm going into my chunk yellow. So this is my center of the flower. Then I'm going back on my full Lotus brush. You can use your large flow, and I will load about a quarter, rinse the tip off, and then I'm picking up some vermilion here and then blend. And then so what I'm doing is I'm doing the petal, petal, petal. And I'm tipping my green to connect these petals with the center of the flower. So this is my second, the third flower. And then I'm making the leaves. So I'm going to use my dark green with indigo, and I blend in my dish. This is my major big leaves. A lot of times people ask me how often do I need to load my brush. It just depends on how big the stroke is. Sometimes I need to use more, sometimes I need to use less. So the second stroke, a little bit lighter from this side. Then the third stroke. I'm going to use a little bit white here. So you can see that the middle is lighter because then I want to have like a three-dimensional. All right, and then I'm going to use some ink to ground these leaves. Bring them together. So I'm using my flow brush, light green with some vermilion, and then connect it together. So I have one, this one, the back petal is going to come down from here by itself. And this one, it's coming from here. And then this one will cross coming from the middle. Okay, so then I will have some green indigo, the little ink to fill these middle part. I think I finished my orchid. Happy New Year, and we'll see you next time.